Hi there, Robert J. Conley coming to you live on April 1st. And so far this year, you've only seen me in a black shirt. So is this an April Fool's joke or is this a new thing for the new quarter? Tune in tomorrow to find out. All right, so intuitive self image. So I want to give you a compare and contrast and give you some words to apply to intuitive self image. Because as I've talked about, there are the feeler type intuitives, which we call idealists, and the thinker types, which we call logicians or rationals. And so, a couple things. So, there are the four different temperaments, and we refer to them as the guardians, the artisans, the rationals, and the idealists. And for the most part, what we see is that guardians are committed to the past, to traditions. And I'm generalizing here, but I just want to give you a feel. Because what I want to give intuitives is a context within which to operate on how you differ and what you bring to the table as an intuitive personality type. So the guardians, they get self-image, they get self-esteem from being dependable. They put dependability at the top of their hierarchy of one of their sets of values regarding self-image. The next group, which we call artisans and are the performer types, they get their self-image or they get their self-esteem from being artistic, from being fluid in motion. Think of athletes, think of musicians playing an instrument, singers, any kind of the performer types. When we see them in action, they are committed to being artistic. The next group are those systems-oriented intuitives. I forgot to turn off. Sorry about that. Had an alarm go off. Okay, so the intuitive systems types are get self-esteem from being ingenious, from coming up with solutions that others didn't see, and it's oriented towards the inanimate world, not the animate world. The fourth group, which you've heard me refer to as empathic, get their self-esteem from empathy. They get their energy. They judge others by how much empathy they have. As I've mentioned, there's a very well-regarded national speaker who has made a fortune preaching that empathy is the solution, and it is a solution. And it is basically what she is conveying is what her personality type values. And so empathy, like I've said, is invaluable across the spectrum, but there is the idealist group that prizes it above all other things. And so just to review, if you're an intuitive type and you're a systems type, then you are going to get your self-esteem from being ingenious, from being resolute in finding solutions and solving problems. If you are an idealist type, which is the intuitive feeler, your empathy and your authenticity will be the barometer by which you measure yourself. And to contrast that with the sensing types, who are the more reality-based five senses, experiencing life through the five senses, the guardians get their self-esteem from being respectable, from being dependable, and the artist and the artisans is one of the words we use. But so that fourth group, the artisans, from their self-esteem comes from being artistic, from being adaptable, from being a fluid body in motion, from being a performer. And so as you go through this world, intuitives, it is your job to identify abstract concepts regarding people and regarding systems, and to bring them into the world and to have them transformed into work and performance and results by the artisans and by the guardians in our society. And I'm really hoping this made sense today, because I'm not sure it did. Anyway, feel free to make comments below, and I hope this helped. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.